can't even remember a single word you said. Funny how I still got angry after when you went to bed. You could call me in the morning, we might go another round.
My name is Cassie Kirby. I am a pencil portrait artist, focusing usually in miniature portraits. And I'm located in Ring.
You're gonna need a bigger boat. I got such good intentions.
I was told that once I was able to hold anything, I was holding a pencil, and I essentially haven't stopped. It's kind of like a fever or a push that I can't really get rid of. And luckily, so far, it's turning out okay. Our family have always been heavily influenced with music and art, and we were lucky to have parents that allowed us to explore them and not be pushed into anything that was sensible or money-making. So we always loved music, and music would inspire my art a lot as well. I've always used my brothers growing up because they're free and they're available, and they're not going to say, no, I'm not going to. So they'll often sit for me. I've used Stephen a lot because I suppose it's handy to get somebody who's comfortable in front of the camera, because sometimes people, for me practicing anyway, it's a method of training me how to make somebody feel comfortable as well. Because, you know, I want to feel, you know, talk to the person and feel their emotions or their personality, so then when I draw them, that I can bring some of that out.
Hey, I've been thinking you're gonna need a winter coat, 'cause there's stormy days coming down the line. I think it's time we throw that wreck.
I'm so blessed where I live, because really, if I wanted to be the top artist and climb the ladder and the machine of it, I should be really in Dublin or in one of the cities. But it's just not suited to me. I like my peace, my quiet, my birds, my dogs. So, you know, living in Ring, I can just go down to the Cunninger and go for a sea swim. Or if, you know, these images sometimes can get really in your head, you're thinking like layers and layers and layers. And I can go up and drive up to Ballyr'Reilly, which is up at the back of Ring, and it looks out completely over the ocean, and you feel like the tiniest little thing, and everything just clears out, you know, and it's the most beautiful spot. So then I can come back to my studio and then just be refreshed and go at it again. So I don't want to live anywhere else, really. So I've often used musicians as just somebody to study from. And then sometimes they get noticed online, and then I'll be contacted, could we maybe use your portrait for an album cover or something? And that happened with the Mick Flannery one. It was a charity piece during lockdown for Black Lives Matter, and he asked if I could provide the image. So that was a nice little piece for that. Then other ones are the scenes in my last solo show that I used images from old Oxygen concerts, or concerts that I went to through the years, of friends and them with their cans in their hand and all that kind of crack. It was during lockdown, so it was kind of using layers of the absolute bomb that the world had become and trying to process that with, you know, the innocence and the fun, and also the way in the Western society where we just get on with our life when horrific things can be happening around the world. It's just juxtaposing that style of the innocence of the youth and the fun, and you can see in the layers behind it there's some more serious things happening that are happening now. So it's kind of just going through, it's almost like processing for myself as well. It's kind of slightly selfish that I'm processing, you know, they say artists are visual people, and our language is literally through images. So that's kind of what my pieces are. You know, we're not the best at talking about what our work is because we're just visual people. So a lot of what maybe my brain is trying to focus through comes out in these layers of images in my drawings. I've always worked in different mediums, but the main one that I always come back to is pencil, no matter what. If it's me sitting on the couch at night time, you can't leave a pencil anywhere near me because I'm grabbing the pencil again. And I've tried all other mediums, but it's just I've got this love for pencil, and usually a pencil might not get the same value as somebody that does oil painting, and I can do them, but the pencil is always what I come back to. And it was another artist, female artist, that I read that she said that she likes to get the maximum out of the minimum. So I'm using like the least amount of things that I need, but still try and push it to get more out of a portrait. You know, it's simple, but you're not understanding the level of work that goes into a pencil portrait as any other art form.